Hi there. I thought I'd just give you a little video of the setup that I've built up on the milling machine uh, to engrave the lines and the numerals onto this uh, ring that is going to go on the lathe. This is a Delrin material, and I'm taking a 10 thou deep cut for the lines and for the numerals. And the reason that I've got this complete setup here, it's not the correct thing that you should do, but it's the only way that I could get this ring to revolve around 360 degrees. I could get it running true. This is just a sample that I did that was attached to the dividing head, George Thomas's dividing head. And if this ring is not running true, then what happens is the more it's running out, you get deeper lines on one side, and then you get smaller lines on the other side, on the opposite side. So it's kind of important that it's running true all the way around the 360 degrees. And this is the setup that I've come up with. The Chinese collets, they don't seem to be all that good. This is the ER16 adapter that screws onto the lathe spindle, the TAG lathe spindle, and it's not the greatest holder. There's a little bit of run out, about 3 thou actually. That was about the best I could get this running true. So I come up with this set. I don't have an adapter for the dividing head for a 3/4 16, and I can't be bothered to make one at the moment or even order one. So I've had to use the spindle that attaches to the dividing head that I used when I had the Drummond Myford lathe. And so this was the chuck, the 3-jaw chuck, which is a Kitagawa, and it's very, very accurate. It's quite good actually. And so what I did was I set the ER16 holder up in the TAG 4-jaw, and then I transferred it onto the Drummond 4-inch chuck onto the spindle that I'd made originally for this chuck. I know this is getting complicated, so anyway, I'm just going to say that it's running within a thou off center, so it's only about half a thou off center really. And I thought I'd leave this DTI indicator on just to show you. This is a little gem, and it's got a double dial. So the idea is that when you're lining anything up to center or finding the center of a hole, you don't have to keep on reaching round to look at the dial on this side when you're using it for centering. I picked that up for $35 on eBay, and it's really a nice little unit. So I left that in there just so that you can see. And what I'll do is, at the moment I've got it, you can see, I hope you can see the needle. I'm rocking it backwards and forwards, and it's just shy of 15. So when I wind this up and twist it around, it's now looking at the other dial. But when I wind this down again and find the high spot, which is there, there you can see the needle is at 15 on this side. So for $35 it was quite a good deal. I took a chance. I didn't know how if there was any damage to it, and I was really quite lucky. I sent it off to Gems, and they put a couple of new crystals in there and just did a clean up, and I think that cost me about, they usually charge about $50 I think for a overall, and I got it for $35. So all in all, I haven't done too bad with that. I didn't really need it. I've got 3 other dial indicators available, and I got a Verdict and a Mitutoyo, and I forget what the other one is. Yeah, I can't remember it. Oh, a Mercer, a brand new Mercer, which is another good indicator. This is not reputed to be an excellent dial indicator. It's just 3 decimal points, but it's a nice little unit, and for $35 I couldn't resist it. So that's where I've got so far. I'm using Mach 3 as a program, a CNC program, and I'm using a what is it, a Camtronics control box. I've had that for about, getting on to probably 10 years, and I don't use it a lot, but in this case it's going to be handy to do some engraving. So I picked up a couple of engraving tips for, here's one. This is a 30 degree engraving bit, and it's got a 5 thou tip on it. So as you can see, probably when it comes out nicely, the numbers are quite good. I'm using the Wizard on Mach 3. They have a bunch of wizards there, and one of them is engraving. So I'm using the CNC to put in the numerals, and I'm just doing the lines by hand and the dividing head. So I don't know how this video is going to come out. So I'm humming and hawing, so I hope you'll understand. I'm not very quick at, my brain doesn't work very quick anymore, and so I have a job to explain things. I tend to go on a bit. Anyway, I'll close that up now, and then I'll start another video when I'm starting to do the engraving of the numerals. So I'll call off now. Thank you.